Long-distance girlfriend 28F has close male friend who likes her. I'm 28M wondering what to do. Plus update. My girlfriend is righteous, fair, and caring to the extreme. She wouldn't hurt a fly. Case in point, I once killed an ant that was on the table, and she actually cried, with real tears. Because she cares, and because she can't see any being, no matter which one, be in pain. Now, on to my issue. We're in a long-distance relationship, and there's this guy at her work that is really, desperately in love with her. In my opinion, it started out as them becoming running partners while she was preparing for a marathon. They run together 3 times a week before work, and long runs at that, sometimes 20-30K. They talk a lot during those and got to know each other. Then they hang out at work. They eat together and talk more. They are both kind of foodies actually. That's one of the special things between me and her. So they exchange things they cooked. For example, jam in exchange for honey, homemade bread, things like that. Then sometimes they go to parties together, though as far as I know, he's invited her a couple of times, and she's always declined to go to a party just with him. If they are at a party together, it's because it's a group thing, and they belong to the same group of people. Anyway, they go to parties and I think they hang out nicely there too. Lastly, although she declines to go party one-on-one with him, they do hang out together on Sunday afternoons and the like. So, I'm 100% sure that this guy is super into her. He does everything he can to hang out with her. Now onto her side. She wouldn't hurt me. I was wondering for a while whether she was capable of cheating behind my back and not telling me, in other words, her version of not hurting me. But I'm pretty sure that's not an option, because 1. We see each other often, every 2 weeks, and it's miraculously amazing every single time. Mind-blowing. Never seen such synergy in any couple. Everything. The conversation, the love, the activities we do, the sex, absolutely everything. 2. We talk on the phone all the time, every single evening. There's literally no available time in which she could actually cheat on me unless they meet from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. or something ridiculous like that. 3. She's pretty blunt. I don't think she would hide something like that. She's not the type to be afraid to break up. I think if she felt like it, she'd just do it, because it would feel right. Having said all this, I don't know what to do. Just like I'm 100% sure that the guy would love to be in a couple with her, I think she is also not indifferent and she would definitely go for it if she weren't with me. They're a pretty good match. They have similar backgrounds, more similar than her and I. They work at the same place and like hanging out at the same spots. They speak the same language, whereas with me, she has to speak in English. None of us are native. He's a cool guy, young, smart, sportsy. He's got a lot going for him. It's a funny situation. On the one hand, it's super awesome to have a girl that's so true to you. I'm really sure she's not cheating. That's not the problem here. On the other hand, I'm also pretty damn sure that if we weren't together, she'd be with that guy. It would just make absolutely no sense to not be with him. So the question is that an okay situation? Could one see it as her just keeping the guy as a backup in case we break up? And is that an okay thing to do? Is it an indication that I'm not showing her enough proof of my affection, and she believes there's a possibility of breakup? Alternatively, she's somewhat naive about many things. Is it actually possible that she doesn't notice anything? That she really thinks they're just friends and he has no special intentions? On the possibility that she's afraid of a breakup and keeps him a backup, unfortunately, I can't go much further with our current situation to give her a promise of security. We're long distance, so I wouldn't do anything crazy like proposing to her when we've never lived together. I guess the only reasonable thing I could do is quit my job and move to her city. But I love my job so much, and I'm doing so well at it that it would be really hard for me to do that. Note that for the eventual plan, when we'd move in together, we would go to a city where I can keep working for the same company. There are many such cities, but sadly the one she lives in is not one of those where we have an office. I almost feel bad because they'd be such a great couple. Feel like I should just make it easy for her and let her be with that guy, be done with the long distance, let them be married in their city, and have a happy life together. With me, we have another 2 years of long distance to get through, and then we'd probably have to both move to another city to be together. We've talked a lot about it. We're both okay with that plan. We both can't wait to move in together, but when you take a step back, it would just make so much more sense for them to be together instead. I guess sometimes love does strange things. I don't know if I should bring this up to her at all. As I said, nothing bad is actually happening at the moment. I just want to avoid that in 1 year she suddenly has a change of heart and goes with him, and we all realize we lost 1 year of our lives. And frankly, if that happens, the two of them would still be fine, but the biggest loser would be me, since I'd be all alone, and I'd have to start everything over. The stupidest part is that this wouldn't be a question at all if we lived in the same city, because then she'd obviously spend all her time with me, and she wouldn't have this enormous amount of time spent with this other guy. I don't know what to do. I'm happy with her, and she's happy with me. I just don't want to wake up one day and realize it was all a waste. I'm in my prime years now. I won't be any more in 2 to 3 years. Update. I brought up the topic, and she was super cool about it. She was surprised, and she said that it was just friendship on her side. However, she went up to the guy and asked him if he saw things the same way. He said he didn't, he was actually into her. So, she told him that she's with me, and that they need to stop hanging out. It was never an issue after that. We still met him at a few parties, but it didn't make me feel bad at all. Reading the old post made me smile. It felt like a big issue back then, but she solved it so swiftly. I'm really thankful to her. We've had the most wonderful relationship since then, and even before then. We're 33 years old now, and still going strong together. We moved in together a couple of years ago, and it's been amazing living together, traveling together, being together all the time. She's still so sweet. I love her with the bottom of my heart, and it's obvious she loves me too.